Hello everyone, my name is Seul and I'm a master candidate student. Um,
Anyone know Polish?
Sorry. Okay. I'm a master candidate student and I'm studying about the serious game and cyber psychology.
Anyone speaks Polish? What is it?
Just to. This is okay? Yeah. I will introduce you our team project, a multi-narrative serious game design, applying learning style model for cultural heritage education. Let's start with the one question my team members have in mind. How to give people meaningful, valuable, and exciting learning experiences about cultural heritage. This is what we start our research. Actually, everyone knows that preservation of cultural heritage is important, but some people, almost many people, including young digital generations, think that learning cultural heritage is tedious and difficult process. So, in here, for such people, games can be a platform for effective learning because the games can give an environment for learning by doing, which is considered as the best way of learning. And also, there are no time and space constraints in the game. In this context, we started the project of the Guardians, a serious game designed for enhancing awareness of cultural heritage preservation. This is the first version of our game. In 2013, we set the basic concept of the Guardians game and make a prototype for world endangered UNESCO heritages. In the game, players choose one character among the 4 characters as their avatar and become a member of an organization of cultural heritage preservation, named is the Guardian. So they participate in the virtual preservation activities in the games. Also, we match the threatening elements of endangered heritages with the mini-game mechanics, so people can get informal learning from playing this mini-game. But we thought that there are some limitations of the first version, which is the lack of narrative and character-specific path. So in this research, the version 2, we designed an improved version of the Guardians 2.0 with the improved narrative structure. Because there are some people have different preference for learning activities and also the different point of view when learn something or watch something. So we thought that the customized learning experience, which is the diverse experience we given from the game, can increase the interest and the learning effect of the educational game. So, in the Guardians 2.0, we set the 4 characters as the representations of 4 learning styles of cultural heritage learners. And we take the target heritage of the prototype as a UNESCO World Heritage in Korea, the royal tombs of Joseon Dynasty. The reason why we chose the royal tombs is it makes the identity of Korea, because the Joseon Dynasty is the root of current Korea, and the kings in each tombs have special and interesting historical stories. And also there are some structures or stone objects which has the values and ideologies of the Joseon time. And also there are some documentations about information, including the constructed by the line or the memorial service processes. So actually Korean people can re-establish their identity during travel the royal tombs and understanding them. But many of royal tombs are located in near or in the cities, but many Korean people cannot get the meaning of them. So we thought that choose the royal tombs as our target heritage can be meaningful for our country members. So in the designing game process, we first we first studied about the learning style models and choose three learning style models for cultural heritage learning in the game. The first one is learning style by David Cole, which is the original learning style model of later ones. And the second is the Scheller's learning style model for museum visitors. We take this because the common point of cultural things. And the last one is learning style model for Honey and Moonford. Also, we put our preferred label for 4 learning styles as a 4 quadrants, like an imaginative learner, an inquiry-based learner, objective-based learner, and cooperative learner. Also, why we focused on the narrative. The narrative's role in the serious game is fun factor itself, and plus the way of deliver the message we want to give people. So we try to reinforce the narrative for enhancing the learning effect. Also, we took the first person view, the first person view, because the players who play the first person view game make some identification with the main character, so we think that we can persuade him or her with this structure. And and there are 4 characters made in the first version. And here, because the game take the first person view, so actually the 4 characters were in the player's avatar in the first version, but in this version they are take a role as a pedagogical agents who have some different 4 learning styles and different narrative paths to assist the player. So here is the multi-narrative structure we said about our title of the research. This is the framework of game narrative we made for multi-narrative structure. Actually, in experiential learning theory, Cole said that people can learn or understanding something completely when he or she experienced the whole 4 stages of the learning cycle. And also there are some layers of cultural heritage information. So we set the layer of cultural heritage information as 4, like the aesthetic view and historical background, and traditional ideology and rituals in present, and match the 4 layers with the 4 learning styles, and also the 4 characters as the representations of each type. Here's our multi-narrative structure frame for the Guardians 2.0. The whole structure of this is a story for each heritage, just one heritage, and the whole structure is based on the traditional 5-act stage, and we grafted Joseph Campbell's hero's journey model because the player of adventure genre games is a kind of hero in the game, and the hero's journey model gives us some detailed events or components of narratives in each part. And here the rising action part has some 4 fractured circles. The fractured circles represent each learning style narratives. So players can select the narratives among 4 in any order. So the rising action stage is our core of multi-narrative design. And after each narrative path, the crisis movie clip is coming to encourage players to carry on another stages like this. So in rising action stage, there are you can see here. Rising action stage is matched with the road of trials in the hero's journey model. The road of trials consists of some missions, events, which can make the heroes grow up. So we thought that each missions to preserve the target heritage can be the mission of hero's journey. So we thought that the mission is most important thing in the narrative structure. So we made a framework for each narrative path with the game mechanic components. Based on the learning styles, we set the learning components including objects and contents and activities. In learning objects, we set the learning object as layers of cultural heritage information I said before, and this is the learning component and this is the game component. We match the components each by each. Learning object can be a stage goal of game, and learning contents will be carried by each game event. Also, learning activities can affect the game activities for each learning styles. We made an example of narrative frame with the photographer's route. Here, photographer she is an imaginative learner, so her preferred activity is careful observation and unrestricted exploration. So we match the learning object, which is the layer of her heritage information, as the visual information, so the aesthetic view and the structure of the royal tombs. And okay, the learning activity is matched with the game activity, like here, take a picture with clicking, or solve a picture puzzle with also clicking, and rotate something and taking a picture with clicking. And the object is specified with the royal tombs as in there some lots of stone figures in the royal tombs, and their figures or face have some values of that days. So we thought that imaginative learner who like the visual information are concentrated on such figures. And also here is a brief mission narrative of photographers. If you want to read, please read our article. Actually, we couldn't make a real game with the frames we researched, but we are very sure that we, in spite of we can get there, but the trial of makes narrative and multi-narrative frames for serious games with reflecting the the learning style is a significant meaning in educational game design because until now there are lots of educational games, but they have just one path, or there are no consideration of people's learning style at all. And also these conceptual frameworks connecting the user's learning style and game experience and cultural heritage information can be applied in any field without the cultural heritage information. But you can use this in museum experience, okay? And to improve our works in the future, we will make some improved frameworks with more deep understanding of narrative structures. And detail in this research framework, the detail was kind of like, so we had planned to make some more detailed narrative components or game components to make the frame. And also we will make the real prototype of the Guardian, the 2.0 version, and conduct a user study to verify does it work or where is wrong. And the ultimate aim of the Guardian series is that make an interesting and meaningful game for make players participating in cultural heritage preservation activities, not only in the digital era, but also in the real world. We are carrying on to achieve this valuable goal. Thank you for listening.